Hey everyone! Welcome to My Mayhem.
I'm Rosie.
And it's Tuesday.
And we are here with another video.
Make sure that you subscribe to our channel,
like this video, and hit the notification bell
so that you can be in the know every time we drop a video. Boom. Today we're going to talk about my registry blues and what to get. I have Rosie here with me, and she's going to talk about how we put my registry together, as well as how she put hers together not knowing the gender of her baby.
Yes.
Now, guys, I was very fortunate enough to have a couple of friends that had babies right before me. So my registry blues is not as bad as everyone else's. I had other people that took the punches for me. I was so overwhelmed, you guys, with the whole registry thing and what to add and the whole baby shower in general.
So let's talk. One of the things that helped me with creating my registry was research. I had the BabyCenter Pregnancy app that I followed throughout my whole pregnancy. And weekly, they would drop articles filled with items that were essentials for your registry. Another way that I did research was following some mommies here on YouTube. And they would create content that was filled with resources and information on what was essential for a registry.
Housing your registry is a big thing too. There are so many places that you can house your registry. You have Amazon, you have Target, you have Walmart, you have BuyBuy Baby, you have Babylist, you have all these places that you can register. So it's really all to what your personal preference is. One thing that I learned that Rosie taught me about was the Target registry. They have a really good exchange program. So if you get anything that you really don't need or something that you've gotten duplicates of, they're really good at exchanging it for items that you need. So with things like diapers and wipes and things that you really need to interchange if you get too many of, that's a really good place to go to. So we chose that and BuyBuy Baby for me.
And for my registry, I chose Babylist. And Babylist, it's an online registry. It's not a store. And what you can do is shop everywhere in the world and you put it all in one place. That was one of the things that I liked because it was a way for me to use websites that weren't registry friendly. So we've talked about places to house your registry. Now let's talk about necessities versus wants.
So because everyone doesn't have the same experience when it comes to your baby coming into the world, are they going to have their own room? Are they going to have a nursery? Some of us have to share our space with our baby. So for me and Rosie, that was definitely the case. One of the things that I did to combat that was to do a lot of organizational research. So I went on Pinterest and I found a lot of ways that you can organize your space in order to make room for your baby and how you can organize the baby's things in order to not get in each other's way.
Yes. Very functional.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And because I also, as she said, am sharing space, I actually had a closet that I used as a coat closet. And I got some space bags. We tucked all our winter clothing away, and that closet became the baby's closet.
Yes. Another thing was Jasmine actually recommended this to me when it came to the baby's clothing and how you really don't have to have all of their clothes in the home or in the space at the same time. Having really good storage containers and putting the clothes that the baby is not able to fit or wear at the time in the storage bins and putting them in the garage. Same thing with diapers they're not wearing at the time, to put those in a really good storage bin in the garage where you can easily pull them out. And that way you can keep the things that the baby is wearing now in the house and then keep everything else outside.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to be organized, clutter-free for a happy mommy.
And I'm learning to be clutter-free. So it is called a multi-bin storage shelf. I got it on Amazon, and I will go ahead and put that link in the description. But it's really nice because when I first come home with the baby, I'm really not going to be in the room a lot. It's going to be summertime. It's going to be hot. So I know I'm going to be in the living room. So I want to have things there where I can take care of the baby for the 6 weeks that I'm down without having to walk all over the house to grab everything. So there is a storage bin that I bought that really looks good in his little corner. We have a little corner that we're getting ready for him in the living room. So the storage bin is perfect. It has a cover that goes over it so no dust or anything gets in the bins. And we'll be able to put his clothing, wipes, diapers, things like that.
All the day-to-day essentials.
All the day-to-day essentials. Another thing that we're going to keep in there is the pack and play, which has a changing table and other things that will help to take care of the baby while we're in that space together.
And one of the things that I chose was the Munchkin Nursery Organizer. And that's what I leave in my living room. And it houses bottles, breast pump, parts, diapers, wipes, bibs, you name it. So it's also, I'll definitely link that as well so you can see it and check it out. But it's also something that's compact and very helpful that you can use if you're going to be in your living room area with your baby. Because I didn't know what I was having, it was important for me to receive at the shower what we needed versus what we just wanted. And with designating those two things, you have to take into play that clothes really aren't that necessary. I know that sounds weird, like we need clothes, we wear clothes every day. But I prefer to purchase my own baby's clothes and or get hand-me-downs rather than asking for a whole lot of clothes and possibly missing out on diapers.
Right.
And wipes. You know, things that are really, really necessary and can be very costly.
Right. And because they grow out of these clothes so fast, it's really no reason to have an abundance of clothes, especially when they're in the newborn stage. You really don't know if they'll be in how long they'll be in the newborn clothes or not. So yeah, a lot of clothes is not a good thing. I was very fortunate that Jasmine had her son around the same time Rosie had her daughter, and he is impeccably dressed, I must say. And everything that he grows out of, she comes and brings a box of his old clothes, which I am happy to take because these babies aren't rolling around in mud yet. They are laying, looking cute, and that is fine. Bring it on, because that's less that we have to do, and that's less we have to ask of other people. My baby will be born in the summer, so really onesies all day long, and if we're going somewhere, we might throw some joggers on them, but for the most part, everything Jasmine has given us has been amazing, and so that's why I was very fortunate. And on my registry, I took all the clothes off because we really don't need that kind of stuff.
So let's talk about the things that you need and things that we put on our registries that are definitely necessary. So I opted for a coat sleeper, which is basically what you get instead of a crib.
Right.
It is a bassinet, and I'll link that down below for you as well if you would like to see which one I chose. It's something that swivels to me while I'm in the bed, and the baby can lay there safely. It is mesh all around, so it's very breathable. And this is what I chose instead of the traditional crib and having the baby in the bed with us. Right. That's one thing that you'll hear a lot of moms, articles, big time, baby websites telling you not to have the baby sleeping with you just for the safety of the baby. So a co-sleeper is what I chose.
Yeah, and so as far as I'm concerned, Rosie had a DACA tot, and I really liked it. And so my mom bought us a DACA tot for Christmas, and we were really excited about it because, as we talked about us being in the living room, that's a sacred space that the baby can have to sleep in, to do anything, to do tummy time, and the baby would be comfortable there. Also, I spoke about before the pack and play. I was having a conversation with my cousin Summer, shout out to Summer, and she we talked about how necessary a pack and play is, only because it's so multifunctional and the baby can also sleep in there as well. So if I have the DockATot, which is his own safe space, and he wants to take a nap and I really don't want him up under me or whatever, we'll be able to put him inside of the pack and play, and he can take naps and play in there and do those type of things.
And I would assume the DockATot is probably a little softer too than the pack and play.
Probably.
So it'll probably be more comfortable for your baby as well if you decided to get both.
Right.
Needs diapers. You are going to need a ton of diapers. I had a diaper raffle.
Yeah, and I'll be having one at my baby shower as well. It's
the best way to get diapers.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't had to buy diapers yet.
And Rayleigh is 6 months at this point.
6 months.
Yeah, so no diapers. That's amazing. And I always, when I go to people's baby showers, if they're having a diaper raffle, I don't buy newborn diapers. I love to buy people diapers that are not like the most common sizes, so that they can continue to use diapers throughout their baby's, first 12 months.
That's a good point too. I would say I've seen this like article or this breakdown of how many diapers you use per stage.
Yeah, I think I saw that too.
And it's more diapers needed once they get bigger. So that is another key point, to ask for bigger sizes, not just the traditional newborn.
Right. And when you are asking for people to participate in the diaper raffle, make sure that you emphasize a pack of diapers of any size. Any size is good, and you'll be able to enter in and get your gift.
Wipes are also another key essential that you will need all throughout, period. For runny noses, spit ups, spit ups, everything. You need wipes. Put that as well as something that you want a ton of. Diaper bags. So there are so many cute diaper bags. That's definitely an essential. On our registry, we actually had one for me and one for him, just because I want my own.
Right.
And I want mine to be super girly.
Yeah.
Right.
And Tracy and I have separate diaper bags as well. This is actually something that you're going to have to live with, is your diaper bag. Because you're going to be taking it
so it
everywhere.
Needs to look like mommy. And then daddy.
But make sure you really like it. Make sure that you look at all the functions. A lot of these diaper bags are doing different things. And a lot of them don't even look like diaper bags anymore. They look like regular carrying purses.
Blankets. You will need a ton of blankets, especially like when they get older. You take them to people's houses. It's good to bring a blanket, lay it down so your baby can be on the blanket. Get tons of blankets. Ask for blankets. Put those on the registry. Receiving blankets. All kind of blankets. Plush blankets. You need them all.
Yeah. Get some cozy ones that are good for when it's cold, and then get some that are just there for comfort that the baby can just lay on, or you can lay it on top of them if you're trying to put them to sleep in a very bright place. But when she just mentioned laying it down when you go into different houses, make sure you get a changing pad. A lot of times they come with a diaper bag or whatever, but make sure you get one of those too, because you don't have to change diapers everywhere, and you just want to make sure that you have something that your baby can lay on comfortably.
And because you mentioned changing diapers, that made me think about the disposable bags that you also, that's very essential too. With, if you're at people's homes, you don't want a poop diaper stinking up their house. Right. So they have these bags similar to like the dog poop bags that you can use to put the diaper in, that smell good, trap that smell, and then you can feel comfortable throwing it away in other people's homes while you're visiting. Stroller systems. There are so many out there. When I was researching a nice stroller system, I was thinking something that could go from baby to baby.
Right.
Because I do plan on having more children. I didn't want to have to keep investing in a stroller and car seat system. Do your research when it comes to that. I would say if you're following a baby app, I'm sure they have plenty articles. Yeah. Check Target too, because Target has them in the aisles ready for you to like play with them and test them out and stuff like that.
Yeah. And then what we did with mine is we had one initially that was quite expensive. And what we ended up doing was going back, looking at some other stroller systems. We went on YouTube, we looked at videos, instructional videos, review type videos, and we ended up finding one that was almost half the price but had those same type of features. So that's really why we're stressing to do your research, because if you do that, then you can really find something that is in your liking and probably still in your budget. Also, you want to make sure that whatever stroller system that you get, that it's convenient for your lifestyle. So when you are trying it out, make sure that, you know, you'll be able to by yourself put it in your trunk, or take it out of your trunk, or put it, you know, put
and they've made that easier now.
Right.
Thank God. Yeah, it's much easier nowadays.
Yeah. So just making sure that it fits what you're doing, that you're not having to lug around a whole bunch of stuff, because dads are nice, but they're not always around. And so you want to make sure if you do have the baby that you're able to move and maneuver really well with your stroller system.
Yes. The breast pump. I am exclusively breastfeeding. Tuzday will be as well. Peer pressure. The breast pump was definitely an essential for her registry. What I want to say is make sure you check with your insurance to see if your breast pump is covered. You don't know until you ask. So check with your insurance, see, and if not, do your research on different breast pumps. Some of the popular good brands that I hear good things about are Lancino and Medela. Along with the breast pump come other essentials like
the breast milk storage bags, which I would have known nothing about if my friends weren't breastfeeding before my eyes. I would know nothing about them, but they're really cool.
The pads that go in your bra,
right,
to prevent from leakage.
You don't want leakage,
but it might happen.
But it's okay.
But get the breast pads. And last but not least, we have a few clothing items, but these are more essentials, not really clothes. Hand mittens are definitely important for those first 3 months, unless you just want your baby to be scratched up.
Right. On top of being scratched up, it is customary that people should not touch your baby's hands. And you would think that some people know that, but they don't know that. And they will come up and touch your baby's hands. And they shouldn't touch your baby's hands because they put their hands in their mouth. So that's why you would just think that people know that, but they don't. So the mittens really come in handy because it's almost like
a sanitary.
It's like a sanitary thing. It's a germ blocker because you don't want any and everybody grabbing your baby's hands, you know.
No.
Because they do this, and then now what? I mean, our hands are some of the dirtiest places of our body, and you'll let somebody put that on your child's hands. The mittens are really good for that, too. Bibs, because they slobber dabber on everything.
Yes. And I'm finding even more now that it's important to have bibs with all the teething and drooling.
Yeah. Because at first it's just for, like, spit up, right?
Yeah.
But they drool all day.
Yeah. Now. So bibs are an essential, and it will be needed in the beginning and throughout. That's what I found, that you'll need them. Socks. Keep those babies' feet warm.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're going to be out and about.
Yeah, and if you don't want to put them on shoes, socks are perfect. They're not walking.
Oh, like me. Like my daughter's feet are so narrow. Shoes don't stay on her feet.
Right.
Still, so...
So socks are perfect.
Socks. Last but not least, onesies. You need onesies.
Onesies are amazing. It's like an all-in-one outfit.
She wants to wear a onesie.
I would love to wear a onesie.
Absolutely not. Onesies are another essential for sure. Well, your baby's going to be born in the summer.
Yes.
It's lightweight, but it will still prevent those poop explosions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Poop explosions. And then they have the tabs. What are they called right here?
The shoulder tabs?
The shoulder tabs where you can take them off this way instead of this way. Because you don't want poop in the hair. That's more that you have to clean up.
That's a whole bath.
Yes. Yeah. So onesies are a lifesaver. In fact, they like go with everything. It's like a permanent shirt.
It's like a wardrobe essential for the baby.
Undershirt. And you can get cute ones. They have all different colors. That say
Gerber
all different
onesies
things.
are my favorite.
Oh, Gerber. Okay. That's not that many clothes. That's only 3 items.
Right.
Not
that
really
are like
clothes.
what they wear.
Yeah, but they are.
But they're more essentials. Well, that's the end of this video.
We're done.
No more registry blues for this mommy.
I am happy.
She has figured out what she needs.
Yes.
And
necessities.
Yes. And what to put on that registry.
So now all it is to get through this baby shower, which we will talk about.
So thank you guys for watching. We hope you found the items that we discussed, the tips that we shared helpful.
Yes. Don't forget to look in the description for the things that we did mention specifically. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel and like this video.
Also, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops.
Yes. If you have anything to add to what we've said, please
maybe
comment.
we forgot something.
Yeah, or maybe we didn't know something. Okay, guys, until next time.
Ciao.